So what's up, everyone? Tania here with another episode of Pop Culture at Home, and today we are welcoming the very talented and funny Maude Apatow, who stars in The King of Staten Island. Maude, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
So it's been a pretty wild year with the pandemic. First of all, I just want to know, how have you been doing in quarantine?
You know, there are good days and bad days, but I've been doing okay. Yeah. How about you?
I've been doing okay. It is
Yeah.
what it is. It's 2020. It's like,
right, I know.
yeah, it's like a barrel
I
of
never
like.
have a good answer for that,
No,
but you know.
yeah, we're still figuring it out. I guess by the end of the year we'll figure out how to respond to that. But I want to talk about the movie, which I loved so much. I thought it was so poignant and funny and sharp, and it's semi-autobiographical, based off of Pete Davidson's life. So I want to know, what attracted you to the role, even though I know your dad is directing the movie.
It's a very strong female character who I think it's interesting. Like, the movie takes place sort of at this breaking point with his sister and his mom. Like, everyone is just about to a break. They're all very fed up. And I think, playing a character, a frustrated character, sort of getting to, play someone who you can tell has had the exact same conversation with this person 8,000 times, and they're not listening. And so they're sort of just saying I surrender. There's nothing else I can do anymore. I just need to, let you do your thing. And I thought that was interesting because it kind of starts on that. And
yeah. You're starring as his sister, but how did you keep a balance between portraying the essence of his real life sister versus somewhat a fictionalized character of her?
I really wanted to be careful, I didn't want her to think I was doing an impression of her. So I didn't really spend that much time with her before the movie started. I tried to get as much information about her and their dynamic. And then I sort of kind of just made it my own. And then afterwards, I've got to know her really well. And we had dinner the other night, and she was the best. So hopefully I did her proud.
Yeah. So, the relationship you also have with Pete on screen is a very nice, sibling relationship. And the thing is, you only have a sister, you don't have brothers. So
Right.
was it funny having this surrogate brother come in? It's not like you've ever had a brother. I think you've had cousins, but were you as close with Pete as you thought you would be?
I don't know. I think playing siblings is it's pretty similar to I'm an older sister. I've never had an older sibling, but and sort of our dynamic in the movie, I guess I act more as the older sibling.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was funny. As I was preparing for it, I was talking to my acting coach about it, and she was just saying that thing of just siblings fight about the same thing over and over and over again. I was I do that with my sister, and I sort of could just get into that rhythm of feeling exhausted and frustrated with your sibling for not listening to you. Yeah, I don't know, probably most people with siblings can relate to that.
Yeah. So do you guys do you hang out with Pete? Do you keep in touch with him now after all this?
A little bit, yeah. I didn't know Pete super well before we started shooting. He's definitely very close with my dad, but yeah, he's been super. I don't know. I love Pete. I think he's hilarious, and he's very supportive, and yeah.
And I read somewhere that you actually like writing, and you want to do it all. You want to direct, you want to write, and you want to act. So is there anything that you've been working on during quarantine, or even before quarantine, that we'll get to see by the end of this year?
Probably not by the end of this year, but no, I've been trying to be productive and work on different writing projects that maybe you'll see one day, but probably in a while.
Yeah, a little way to go. So, you've been in a few movies now directed by your really awesome dad. He's so funny, and his work is genius. So I'm just wondering, what did you realize about yourself through this direction in this movie versus when you first started in Knocked Up?
It's so weird because I was so much younger doing those parts. Knocked Up, I think I just turned 7, and then the last time I worked with my dad was almost 10 years ago. So I think I'm in a very different space now. I realized when I was probably I guess I always knew I wanted to be an actor, but as I got older, I took acting a lot more seriously and have gotten to work with other filmmakers. And so before I kind of had nothing to compare it to, but coming back and getting to work with him as an older person was very special because my dad has a very unique way of working that is, I mean, it's not like anything I've ever done before. So I was really excited to be able to work with him as an adult.
Yeah. Do you think he's harder on you because like you're in the movie with him as opposed to the other actors who, you know, like he wants you obviously to shine, every parent does. So is his feedback something that you like, how do you take his feedback?
I don't know. I think we have a very good working relationship, and I mean, I'm lucky. Like I know my dad's seen everything I've done. Like my dad makes self-tapes with me sometimes. So I think he has a pretty, like I really trust him to tell me if what I'm doing is not working and know that he has a good idea of like what I'm capable of. And so, I felt very relaxed, but I don't think he is necessarily, maybe he's a little harder on me than other actors, but I think that's only because he knows what, I don't want to say my greatest potential is, but like that.
No, it's probably true. All parents are like that. You know, they always get feedback. Like I know my parents, when they watch like my interviews back, they're always telling me something that they noticed. And I'm like, okay,
right.
So I get what it's like. So, you know, you talk about 10 years ago was the last one. This is 40. That was a personal fave of mine. I still love your reaction to like Lost and like, you know, I'm wondering if we fast forward now to, I guess in 2022, will be 10 years. I guess like we'll have a This Is 50. Is there ever going to be maybe like a last movie to the whole, to end off the whole trilogy, like the whole movie set? There could be, right?
I mean, this is information I do not know. You'd have to ask my dad.
Would you like to see that happen? Like maybe like a This Is 50 or I don't know.
Maybe. I'm open to anything.
I feel like there's so much potential like for another story because like I feel like Pete and you know, what was your mom's name in the movie? I'm hitting like
Debbie.
Debbie. She and Pete, like at the end, they were having a baby. Like they were gonna have, so I'm wondering
it's definitely
like
left open.
Yeah. Maybe you'll direct.
Well, I guess we'll see.
It'd be great if you wrote it or something, because I feel like that there's a lot of story there still, and I'm wondering how you guys would do after 10 years because you've grown up so much. But yeah, you know, I also think there's so much obviously going on with you. You have so many projects in the works. One of the things before I let you go, I want to talk about is Euphoria. So, you know, I think it was yesterday's episode of Jimmy Kimmel Live, Zendaya talked about a bridge episode. Can you tell us anything that you know about that?
You know, they don't really, I'm not really in the loop, to be honest. So I don't know.
Okay.
I heard about that yesterday, actually, in the morning. So
Okay.
I am, that would be a question for her. I definitely, I don't know. There's a lot going on. I think times are so uncertain, and it's sometimes I'm just like, I can't even track this right now because it's hard to get information. It's hard to know like when anything's actually going to start happening. So I've made it a conscious effort to take a step back and not going to ride the wave. I'm just going to wait until they call me back and go from there.
So do you think that, do we know if we're going to see more of Lexi's character developing in season 2?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
So, I mean, we got shut down like right as we were supposed to start working. So we read all the scripts and had our like makeup and hair tests, and we were ready to go. So, but yeah, season 2 is really good. I think people are gonna like it. Yeah,
we just don't know when it's coming out as yet. It's still up in the air for that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know,
everyone's like, so what's the info? I'm like, I really don't know.
Yeah. What was the atmosphere on that set? I'm sure you loved working on that set with everyone.
It was great. I mean, it's like a mini high school of like young actors. We're all kind of the same age, and it was, we get along well. We got lucky, and it's been a really fun experience, but it's been so long since we shot. So, I mean, I'm curious when we'll go back, and hopefully we don't age out.
Of course. We're so excited for you, Maude. Thank you so much for chatting with us today. I wish you so much personal success, and I'm always excited to see everything that you're doing. So for more on Maude and all your favorite stars, keep it locked to popculture.com.